Okay, everyone, welcome to my small cozy kitchen. So, this meal is inspired by a restaurant that I love to go to called Intentional Foods. And Intentional Foods um, arose from a couple, Chef Ned and Mama Lisa, that their daughter had a lot of intense food allergies. And so it was really complicated for them to find things for their daughters to eat. And so they created entire restaurants um, based on being free of the top 7 or top 8 allergens. And so this, I can't eat exactly what they had in that. It's called a Hacienda hash, which I love. I always get that when I go. And so I'm kind of recreating that or getting the inspiration to for this meal for from that. So again, how do you save time? So at the grocery store, they have these like already cut up, already marinated, already ready to just stir fry and cook. So there's, it's not packaged food, there's no preservatives because I ranked really high on preservatives and emulsifiers and a lot of other chemicals, dyes, all kinds of stuff. So I cannot eat any packaged food whatsoever. And so these kind of ready cooked meals where you just take it home and cook it up yourself, that's something that I was like, well, today I'm super busy, so I can use this. Again, if you have a super busy day, there are ways to get meals that are not packaged or processed food or fast food that you can just whip up, in about 10 minutes. And then I cannot have sweet potatoes. So I'm using butternut squash. We'll see how it tastes. We'll see how it goes. I do like butternut squash, but in this, I don't know. We'll see. It's an adventure for everyone, right? And then so this over here is, I usually have dried beans, but so I soak them for a day and then I rinse them and I soak them for another day. So sometimes if I want to make a meal on the fly, I don't have beans. These are chickpeas or garbanzo beans. So that is kind of whenever I do cheat from the can. And so these are fava beans and chickpeas that I pulled out of the can, and then I always wash really, really, really well the anything that comes from a can. But I also don't really eat from a can other than these types of things. Sardines and anchovies I eat from the can, but there really aren't very many foods. So this is leftover from yesterday. Also, it's important not to like leave your food in the refrigerator for too long or have your leftovers. I used to be one of those moms. I cooked everything for the whole entire week on Sunday. Again, you do what you have to do. But if you have an opportunity to try to cook every other day or at least every 2 days, that is better because there's bacteria that grows that disrupts your gut's microbiome. And then I can't have olive oil anymore. Which is a staple in my life. So I had to pick up some flaxseed oil, and then I can have the toasted sesame oil, but the grapeseed oil that I have, some of the other non-processed oils I can't eat, so I'm limited to flax and to sesame. So I'm gonna go ahead and cook really quick. This all should be done in about 10 minutes, but I'm not gonna make you wait around for 10 minutes. And then I'll show you what the finished product looks like. Sorry, I forgot to tell you what this is. So this is mushrooms with sirloin tip steak and asparagus and a lot of black pepper. Right now I'm sauteing everything. Like I said, this meal is super quick. It will only take about 10 minutes. So I have the meat, by the way, grass-fed organic beef. That's really important because you are what the cow also eats. Again, we want to focus on the molecules, right? So if the cow is eating feed that has chemicals, then those chemicals are going inside your body. So making sure that you're eating organic grass-fed things is incredibly important. If you're on a very tight budget like I am, then know that the more nutrient dense your foods are, the less food you'll actually eat because your body gets all the nutrients. So a bag of chips, for example, high calories, low nutrient content, you get hungry quick. But if you have a really nice nutrient dense meal, then you're going to be satisfied a lot longer for a lot longer period of time. And then the organic greens. So this will go inside spinach and baby kale. It has a lot of phytobotanicals. You want to, in a way, you're going to create food science in your kitchen. You're going to do chemistry, but with food. So you want all of the foods that you're putting into your body, you want to make sure that you're getting all of the phytobotanicals working together. There's flavonoids, there's terpenes. There are a lot of different plant components that actually aid in our health. So you want to be sure that you're getting all of those in every meal, especially if you're like me, where I fast for about 16 hours a day, sometimes more. So really making sure that you have nutrient dense foods are important because you're not getting as many nutrients through your meals throughout the day. You have to essentially pack in all your nutrients for the day into one meal. Another important thing to remember is that whenever you're cooking vegetables, you don't want them to turn limp. You want them to be crunchy. You want them to be bright green. You don't want them to be really dark green because then the nutrients are compromised. You don't want to break apart the molecules with the heat. You want to make sure that you're keeping the nutrients inside. So you just want to kind of flash, like if you have a wok, that would be best. You just want to flash stir fry them. And then that way they will retain their nutritional value. So I'm going to go ahead and assemble it and we're going to try it and see how it goes. Okay, so we're going to layer this with the beans and the butternut squash. In the restaurant, they have them as refried or unfried. It's just pureed beans. But again, to save time, I didn't. The important thing is that the nutrients get inside my body. And then you are going to put in your greens. It's kind of the next layer of that. And then the meat and the mushrooms and the asparagus. And I make sure to get all of the juice because I like the juice. All right, there we go. That's it right there. Let's take a bite and see. Hopefully you can get it all in. The meat's gonna taste the best, so I'm not gonna eat the meat first. I love beef. Too bad I can't eat chicken anymore. So if you're a chicken lover, sorry, this video series is not for you, unfortunately, but hopefully you can find some other things to eat. Actually, that's not too bad. That tastes way better than I expected it to. Yeah. See, with the mushroom sauce that they put on and the meat all together, it's great. So I'll see you next time in Tasha's Long COVID Kitchen. Have a great day.